Share ako ng screen and then pa-confirm ako if may nakikita kayong shared screen. Hala, may sulat pa. Wait lang may sulat pa pala rin. X natin. Okay. Give me 1 minute. Edit lang ako ng slides.
Nakatulog ka ba?
May sulat pa dahil. Kaya naman. Okay siya, sige, share ulit ako ng screen and then engineers, pa-confirm ako if may nakikita na kayo shared screen. Okay na?
Okay na po, sir.
Okay, good. So, again, this is our next topic which is all about gradients. So, sa gradients natin, there are two types of gradient, the arithmetic gradient series and the geometric gradient series. Since na-discuss ko na to sa O5, O2, unahin muna natin yung second type ng gradient series, which is the geometric gradient series. And then later, i-discuss ko sa inyo yung arithmetic gradient series. Okay lang ba? So wala namang pinagkaiba kung wala namang epekto kung alin ang unahin ko. Okay? So, proceed tayo with the geometric gradient series. Again, O2, mamaya ko i-discuss sa inyo. Sa geometric muna tayo with O5 and O2. The second type of cash flow is, the second type of the gradient series is the geometric gradient series. Again, ang difference ng dalawa, when we say arithmetic gradient series, just to give you an info, na nag-i-increase and nagdi-decrease yung value or yung amount. On the other hand, pinagkaiba ulit ng dalawa, nag-i-increase or nagdi-decrease yung percentage. So yun lang yung pinagkaiba ng gradient series. Again, a gradient po is a series of cash flows where the amount change every period. Okay, proceed tayo with the gradient series. Hindi talaga pwedeng pagsabayin talaga to. Wait lang. Uniform gradient series. Okay. So sa geometric gradient series, this is the second type of the gradient series where the periodic payment increases or decreases by a constant percentage. Again wait lang. Share ulit ako ng slide. Dagdag lang ako ng slide. Okay. Nag-i-increase or nagdi-decrease by a constant percentage. Tatandaan niyo dito, 'di ba? Lagi naman pag tayo nagsosolve, pinaghihiwalay natin yung cash flow diagram ng present worth and ng future worth. 'Di ba? O2 and O5, tama?
Yes po.
Okay. Ngayon, we have to consider first with the present worth. So we have to consider again the present worth. Sa present worth, tatandaan natin ang condition sa ating gradient series ay naka-ordinary annuity. So, ordinary annuity pa din yung ating magiging basis. Okay. Alam naman natin that the present worth is located always at year 0. So, assume natin na pababa yung ating year 0. And last payment is nasa year end. And first payment is at year 1. Tama ba ako, everyone?
Yes po, sir.
Okay, good. So, wait lang. Edit ko lang to. Okay. You have to consider the present worth. Lagyan natin dito, first payment is at year 1 and last payment is at year end. So dito sa ating gradient series, tatandaan ninyo again ha, first payment natin starts at year 1 and last payment is at year end. So, ang ating curve dito, yung ating designation dito is naka-curve. No? Kasi sa ating arithmetic, siya ay naka-straight siya. Mamaya papakita ko sa O2 bakit naka-straight. Okay. So, at year 1, ang first payment natin is A. A. First payment natin is A. Kinonsider ko lang yan, yung P1 is equal to A lang din yan. Pero i-designate ko siya as A. Hindi siya annuity ha, siya ay first payment. Again, sa ating gradient, dito sa ating geometric gradient, meron tayong tinatawag na G, which is ito yung tinatawag nating gradient rate, or sa amin, tinatawag namin siyang gradient rate, or pwede rin natin siyang tawagin as rate of change per period. Okay. Small g ha. Small g is the gradient rate or the rate of change per period. Alam natin, again, siya ay constant percentage. Nag-i-increase or nagdi-decrease. So let us consider the present work again by increasing. Lagyan ko na lang ng pataas na pang-arrow which is increasing. Take note, at year 1, yung gradient value natin or gradient rate is wala pa. No? So pagdating ng year 2, saka pa lang tayo dito magkakaroon ng gradient rate. Which is, di ba, sabi ko nga sa inyo, nag-i-increase or nagdi-decrease. So meaning to say, at year 2, magiging A times the quantity of 1 plus G raised to 1. Or 1 plus G. Yun yung ito yung nadagdag, yung ating gradient. So pagdating at year 3, magiging A times the quantity of 1 plus G times 1 plus G. So algebra, so 1 plus G times 1 plus G, di ba, magiging raised to 2 lang yan. So palitan ko na lang to para hindi masyadong crowded, 1 plus 2, and at year 4, magiging A times the quantity of 1 plus G raised to 4, so on and so forth. Naiintindihan po ang ating cash flow diagram in terms of a present worth geometric gradient series? Engineer?
Yes po, sir.
Okay. Paano naman pag decreasing, guys? Ito again is increasing. Pag decreasing, ganito naman yung magiging cash flow diagram natin. Again, considering present worth and considering decreasing value. Ito increasing constant percentage. Ito naman decreasing constant percentage. Again, yung present value natin ay lagyan natin dito ng PG kasi P ng gradient. So example, pataas ulit yung ating P ng gradient, i-assume natin, and then ang first payment natin starts at year 1. Ngayon, itong A or yung first payment natin, or pwede nyong i-consider as P, and first payment, and dito yung last payment. Ganito naman yung magiging cash flow diagram natin. So A, wala munang gradient amount dito. Take note again, at year 1, only the first payment is located here. So no gradient rate is included. Sa second year, magiging A times the quantity of 1 minus G. So papalitan lang natin ng plus ng minus kasi decreasing na. So at year 3, magiging A times the quantity of 1 minus G raised to 2. Pag fourth year, A times the quantity of 1 minus G raised to 3. Pag fifth year, A times the quantity of 1 minus G raised to 4. And nth year, syempre, is A times the quantity of 1 minus G raised to n minus 1. Diba? Example, kung ito yung 7, so magiging 6 to kaya nag-n minus 1. So maliwanag po pagdating sa ating cash flow diagram ng geometric gradient series, pag increasing and decreasing, yes, ganito.
Dahil dito po sa CFD, dahil di ba po payment po, pag po decreasing po yung nangyari po, pataas pa rin po yung kanyang CFD kahit decreasing na po yung Yung parang sa taas po nang galing, hindi po dun sa baba po ng 1.
Sa pababa. Okay. Yes. Consider ka lang to as an example of cash flow diagram. Pwedeng pataas, pwedeng pababa. Sige, pwede. Example, halimbawa naman, on the side, sabihin natin on the side of borrower, on the side ng nagpapautang to. Okay? Example, nakaka-receive siya ng payment pero increasing or decreasing. Pero pwedeng pababayan din. So again pwedeng pababa din to. Yung tanong ni Gunito kung pwede din daw pababa to. So pwede naman. So pag pababa, papaganan siya. Okay? Gets po? Engineers. So pag dito, ganun. So again pwedeng pataas yan, pwedeng pababa. Goods po. Baka mali to. Pinonsider ko lang siya as an example. Do you have question pa? So, maliwanag na, Gunito, goods, cleared.
Goods na po, sir. Salamat po.
Okay. Tatandaan ninyo, no? Kapag increasing, yung ating gradient, take note wag tong kakalimutan, na ang gradient rate natin, yung G is positive when payments or yung na-receive nating pera is increasing. G is equals to negative when payments is decreasing. Mamaya, ipapakita ko sa inyo ano yung application ng dalawang ito. In what way? Okay. Mamaya, ipapakita ko to. For the future work naman. So, para iisa na lang, for the future work, ganito lang yung gagawin natin. Itong PG, tanggalin lang natin dito. Then, alam naman natin, during the ordinary annuity, yung future work is located at the last payment. Nandito yung F. So, meaning to say, kung dito, nandito naman yung F. Maliwanag po. Same lang siya ng concept sa present work. O2 gets ng O2.
Yes po.
O5. Okay, sa O5. Pinag-isa ko na lang ng cash flow.
Yes po, sir.
Okay. Sige, ano ba yung mga formula na i-consider natin in determining the present gradient or the geometric gradient and the future gradient. So, proceed muna tayo with the present gradient. Geometric pala. Geometric A all over I minus G. Sasauluhin to guys times the quantity of 1 minus 1 plus G all over 1 plus I raised to N. And then, yung ating FG is equal to A times the quantity of I minus G. Divide pala, A divide I minus G times the quantity of 1 plus I raised to N minus 1 plus G raised to N. Ito is both increasing. Pag increasing, paano kaya pag decreasing? So, ang PG natin is equal to A over 1 minus negative G. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo kaninang condition. Times 1 minus 1 plus negative G all over 1 plus I raised to N. And then, yung FG naman is A all over 1 minus negative G again times the quantity of 1 plus I raised to N minus 1 plus negative G raised to N. Okay po, mali. Ito naman is for decreasing. Maliwanag po sa ating formula kapag present and future word considering increasing and decreasing for the geometric.
Yes po, sir.
May questions kayo regarding sa ating formula? Do you have questions? Goods pa?
Okay pa po, sir.
Ako naman ang may tanong kung wala kayong tanong. What if kaya ito yung I natin is equal to G? So tingin nyo, paano kaya kapag yung I natin is equal to G? Possible sa problem. Yung maging interest rate natin ay mag-equal sa gradient rate natin. Interest rate can also be equal to gradient 3. Paano kaya yan? Diba parang magsisiro yan kung tutuusin? Tama ba? Magsisiro ba?
Ang decreasing po magsi-zero.
So, nag-derive kami ng formula which is, take note if I is equal to G, take note, ang FG natin can be computed as yung first payment or yung A, again ha, hindi to annuity, yung first payment times N times the quantity of 1 plus I raised to N minus 1. Okay? Ngayon, yung future value is hindi namin ma-derive, but take note, makukompute naman natin yung PG as makukompute naman natin yung PG sa ganitong, ang PG nga sa ganitong formula. FG is equals to PG times the quantity of 1 plus I raised to N, yung compound interest natin. Kumbaga, yung FG na nakompute natin, dalhin lang natin sa PG. Okay tayo dito sa formulang to? Engineers?
Yes po, sir.
May question kayo? So, hindi po pwede, halimbawa, ang interest rate and geometric rate is 5% parehas. Hindi tayo pwedeng gumamit ng ganitong formula. Pwede naman siguro, kaso mas maganda, ito na lang yung gamitin nating dalawa. Okay? Goods tayo doon? Para lang sure na sure tayo. Pero similar siguro yung magiging final answer dyan. Pero hindi ko pa na-try. Pero try ko din sa bahay. Okay, goods? May question kayo dito regarding dito sa ating formulas? And siguro yung application. Wala naman? Engineers, ang dami nyo, 85. Wala akong
Wala po, sir.
Wala naman po, sir.
Okay, sige, let us try to solve problem number 1. Wait, nasa yung aking problem. Sulat ko na lang kasi hindi ko pala na-save. Pagpasensyaan nyo na sulit ko kasi malamig dito sa faculty, nangangatal ako. $350 to, 350 pesos for each of them per day. That ganito, pabasa naman ako ng problem natin.
A farmer hires 5 men to clear his ranch from grasses and bushes for 5 days. He pays 350 pesos for each of them per day. He projects that in the succeeding years, his expenses will decrease by 10% every year. What will be present value of this payment for the first 10 years if the interest rate is 5%?
Sige nga. Try to solve this problem, engineers, kung naiintindihan nyo yung sinabi ko kaninang application. And then, pa-chat ako sa chat box yung inyong mga sagot. Okay, I think tama naman yung mga naging sagot natin, which is 45,846.59826. So paano kaya nakuha ng karamihan itong naging sagot natin? So sa mga hindi nakuha, so pwede tayong magtingin dito sa ating solution. So again, makukuha natin yung first payment natin or yung A1 or A or P1 as, di ba, meron tayong 350 per day. And then, in 5 days, merong 5 taong magagawa, no? So, meaning to say that yung ating A1 is 8,000, magkano to? 350 times 5 times 5 is 8,750. Na, naiintindihan po kung paano nakuha yung first payment na 8,750?
Yes po, sir.
Okay. Ngayon, meron tayong interest dito na 5% and may end na 10 years. So, okay na tayo sa ating given. Paano yung magiging cash flow natin? So, dito, yung expenses daw niya is magdi-decrease 10% every year. No, so, again, lagay tayo dito from 0, 1, 2, 3, up to 10. Okay, meron tayo ngayong 10 years dyan. So, paano kaya natin ilalagay yung ating 10% na yan? So, alam naman natin na, syempre, pababa yan. Yun yung sinasabi kanina ni Gunito kung dapat pababa. So, again, example yung kanina. So, from the first payment, nandito yung ating 8,750. And last payment natin is here. Again, naka-curve to. And then yung present value natin, let us assume na pababa. So, okay tayo with our cash flow diagram? Goods?
Yes po.
Yes po, sir.
Solution na tayo. Pala, hindi ako basta nagre-rely dun sa mga modules. Example for this one, hindi to kasama sa module. So, kailangan kong include. Kasi kasama to sa word exam. So, solution tayo. Alam natin that the formula of P ng geometric gradient is A over I minus, since decreasing, negative G. Tama po ba ako?
Yes po, sir.
Okay, good. 1 minus 1 plus, again, negative yung G dito, 1 plus I. Erase pa natin to sa end. So, ganun lang kadali. So, PG, so 8,750, i-divide lang natin ng 0.05 minus, o gawin ko na tong plus kasi negative times negative is positive, 0.10 times 1 minus 1, o minus ko na lang to, 0.10 raised to, all over 1 plus 0.05 raised to 10. So what would be our PG?
$45,846.59826 po.
Okay, very good. 45,846.59826. So pag future worth, halimbawa, what is the future worth naman? So yung future worth value, yung ating magiging solution for that. Naiintindihan po? Goods engineers?
Yes po, sir.
Yes po, sir.
Others po.
Intindi po, sir.
Yes po.
Okay. Ang O5, may question?
Wala naman po, sir.
None so far po.
I think iyan yung magiging cover natin hanggang gradient sa O5, no? So kung walang question yung O5, I think pwede na kayong mag-leave. Yes po, 2 po.
Sir, yung po, arga pong sa decreasing pong are ay I minus negative G po.
I minus negative G, yes po.
At nakalagay po kasi kanina ay 1 minus negative G po, kaya hindi ko po
Sorry.
mapalabas.
Sorry. Let's tingnan na natin. Saang banda?
Yung pong nasa may pababa po, ang basa ko po ay 1.
Ayan ha, ay. Sige.
Sige po sir, salamat po.
Artihan natin. Ay. Pero ayan. Okay.
Thank you po sir.
Good. Sige. Sa O5, kung wala na kayong questions, you may leave kasi I have to discuss naman with O2 yung unang type. Yes, Adriel.
Sir, question lang po. Bali po pag geometric po, hindi na po hinahanap yung P total na tinuro po kahapon sa arithmetic.
Yes po. Yan na po yung magiging P gradient natin, P total na.
Okay po sir, thank you po.
Again, magkaiba yung application ng gradient at ng geometric at arithmetic.
Okay po sir.
Okay na. Sige. If wala nang question ang Medina, Carl.
Sir, question lang, huling question po sana. Sir, kanina po may nagtanong po about po dun sa gradient po, yung either pagpataas po or papaba po. Kahapon po kasi sir, nag-discuss din po tayo nung sa arithmetic po. Pwede rin po ba yun na pataas po? Kasi kahapon po puro papaba po siya sir.
Yes. Again, depende sa condition ng problem. Yes. Lagi niyong i-consider yung condition ng problem. Lagi ko naman binabanggit before na let us assume na pag nagdo-drawing tayo ng cash flow diagram, pag magpe-present ako ng explanation, pwedeng pataas, pwedeng pababa. Kasi baka mamaya, pag puro pababa, hindi na kayo magpataas sa solution. Kaya both ginagawa ko siyang pababa or pataas. Okay. May question pa? Sige, question mo na before O5 will leave. May question pa? Sige, pwede nang mag-leave ang O5. I think tapos na tayo sa discussion with the gradient. And then mag-announce na lang ako ng sa GC ng mga BOD. Paintay na lang ng announcement. Thank you.
Thank you po, sir. Thank you po, sir.
Thank you po sir.